Right, I'm out here at Waterfront Park in Trenton, New Jersey, speaking with Austin Hyatt. Austin, a lot of recognition coming the way of the Phillies pitching staff this year, already in the early going. Just talk about the early success that you and your staff mates are having right now.
Well, yeah, we're definitely happy the way it started out. You know, we're getting good starting pitching, and you know, some days we'll have our days in struggle, and our bullpen will pick us up, and it's kind of we're feeding off each other and just hoping to keep it going for a while.
Now, speaking of recognition, certain prospect rankings might favor you and rank you considerably high. Is that something you pay attention to? Is that something that can affect your outlook, you think?
I mean, you try not to pay attention to that too much. I mean, you still got to go out there and do your job and perform each outing. And, yeah, sure, it's nice to get recognition every now and then, but more important thing is to go out there and just perform every 5 days.
Now, your pitching coach here with Reading is Bob Malachy. I probably spent a quick cup of coffee with him in Lakewood a couple years ago when you stopped there. How's Coach Bob helped the staff as well as yourself, just you know, moving towards your goals here with Reading?
Well, I mean, it's hard to put a finger on everything he's done for us. He's helped every guy. I mean, he's good at identifying what each guy needs to work on, and for me, it's taking extra time doing stride drills every week. But you know, every other guy has their things they work on also, and yeah, Bob's great. You know, it's I enjoy working with him every week, and so does everyone else.
What's your pitch repertoire like, and what do you consider your out pitch?
Well, fastball, changeup, slider. You know, my second pitch is the changeup. Worked more on the slider the last year or so, and I feel like that's coming along for me also.
Now, we talked about you stopping through Lakewood for a quick bit. You're drafted in '09, kind of blazed right through short season Williamsport, and then landed for the postseason with Class A Lakewood, helped them clinch their first of 2 consecutive Sally League titles. Can you talk about your time with Lakewood and just what can you share about that experience overall?
It was a lot of fun, I'll say that much. Yeah, I was only there for a couple of weeks, but for the most part, it was the last series and then playoffs, and that's the time you play for in baseball, is the playoffs, and just getting to win that title. Yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun. Just I was actually pitching out of the bullpen then, but that was a blast too.
You think you're bonded with those guys? I know, you know, I've spoken to plenty of guys, Gump and people like that were there the whole, you know, longer than you, obviously, for most of the season. DeFreitas was there much of the year, even though he was injured toward the end for the postseason. Do you feel like you're bonded with those guys? Do you guys have like a friendship or a close-knit tightness after winning the championship and getting those rings together?
Without a doubt. You know, that was my first time meeting a lot of those guys. I just kind of stepped in and was pitching with them right away. But yeah, that's the time you go do bond with your teammates, is when you're winning. That's when you're having the most fun. And so yeah, definitely.
Now, you're a Georgia guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you grow up as a Braves fan?
Yeah, I was. I was a Braves fan growing up. It's the years they had success every year. They won the division by about 10 games every year, it seemed like. But yeah, I always go to Braves games growing up, and I was a pretty big fan, yeah.
Is it possible that you're somewhat of a good luck charm, maybe? You know, you grow up rooting for the Braves, they're always winning. Now you remember the Phillies organization, they're always winning. Has anything to do with you?
Never really thought of it that way, but sure, I'll take credit for that.
What did they ask, growing up in Georgia, who were some of the major league or professional players that you looked up to as a youngster?
Just watching that Braves pitching staff, you know, Maddox, Clavin, Smoltz, and those guys are awesome. Just the way they're professionals too, went about their business, and they were just dominant as well.
Now, sticking with the time frame of your youth, I'm sure you grew up playing baseball. Did you always excel at pitching?
You know, I wasn't always really until later years of high school. I played infield, third base, first base. I was a pretty good hitter in high school, but you know, last couple years of high school, excelled at pitching and just stuck with that.
And sticking on the level of youth baseball, I've coached Babe Ruth League age kids, age 13 to 15. If you had an opportunity to give advice to kids that age, what might you tell kids that were hoping to play baseball beyond high school, whether it's college or professionally?
Yeah, it's a fun game. You always have your ups and downs, but you just got to know you go out there and work hard and you know, improve your skills. like I said, ups and downs, just stick with it. It's a rewarding game if you have that persistence.
Now, if you could face one major league batter, who would you pick and why?
One major league batter. You got to go with the best guy, A-Rod or Pujols, one of those guys that been good forever. That'd be a blast to face him.
Yeah.
It's almost a win-win, you know.
And then last thing, before I let you go, thank you for taking the time. Justin DeFreitas asked me to ask you a question. DeFreitas wanted me to ask you if you're pitching today.
Not today, tomorrow. He can't keep up with the schedule. He asks me every day, but pitching tomorrow.
Are you the only one he asks? Is it something like he tries to bug you?
He just likes keeping up with me. I don't know why. He stays on me about it.
Are you guys pretty tight?
Yeah, definitely. My roommate back in Reading.
Okay.
One of 3 guys.
Now he's all over. He's all over Twitter. He's all about the social media. He connects with a lot of fans. Is that something you would ever dabble in?
Yeah, I dabble. I have not dabbled. I have not reached the Twitter yet, but I know he's passionate about it. I know he likes keeping up with that. He gets a real kick out of it.
Cody's on there. JC Ramirez is on there.
I didn't know Cody's on
there. Yeah, it's a team-wide thing. Jordan Ellis is on it.
Okay.
My vote is join up. Let's go.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to get some advice from them, and I have to join the bandwagon.
I just gotta be real. I just gotta be real.
Yo, over the top.
I just gotta be real.